This is Caslin of Always Acting Up. This is the podcast where I share all of my personal stories and journeys as an actress in the entertainment industry. You'll learn tips and tricks along the way. You'll learn things of what to do and what not to do. I have plenty of industry guests who share their knowledge towards success and what they did to get to their career level and how you can get there too. So this episode is going to be slightly different. I kind of just want to take a moment to reflect and wrap up on season 3 before I begin season 4. For season 4, if you've been following along, my goal is to try and continue with the bi-monthly podcasts, but I would also like to try and go year-round as opposed to doing seasons. That way I can have so many more guests who share their knowledge and information with myself and you as well. I also wanted to try doing some live streaming for the next season. That way I can sort of knock out the episodes. It can be live. You guys can type in live with my guests and ask any questions you want. However, that of course will take a little bit of trial and error. But if you happen to be knowledgeable in live streaming and you think you can help, my email is always open. It is AlwaysActingUpPodcast@gmail.com. So this season has been absolutely fantastic. There's been so many guests that are willing to share not only their time and their knowledge. I did want to take this time to reflect on what a fabulous season 3 I have had. I've had the opportunity to interview a 6-time Grammy winner who's worked with international superstar Carlos Vives, and they actually have a movie out right now, Disney's Encanto, and they have a song in it. How dope is that? I've interviewed the world's first supermodel, Priscilla Moy, a fantastic actor, Walter Rivero, who has a film in festivals right now called Plaga Zombie. I've interviewed voiceover Brent Mackay, who literally told us everything we needed to know about the voiceovers and voiceover business and how to get into it. I had the chance to interview a lifelong friend of mine, Valerie Rose, who shared her knowledge on confidence and performing on stage. There was Michelle Simone Miller, who dropped the details on mentorship and what happens and how to get your pay when the job is canceled. Of course, you can't forget the fabulous Kurt Yu, who shared his secrets on building YouTube success. And by the way, if you guys are binging Cobra Kai right now, be on the lookout for Kurt. You may see a familiar face in there. And of course, I can't forget the award-winning filmmaker and director Hassani Mustafa, who has a feature film on Hulu right now called Takeout Girl. And he told us all about the truths and how you can work with directors. Holy moly, that was a lot, and I am so grateful to have all these fabulous guests. Now, if you've been hanging out this season, you may have noticed a few changes. I switched over to a new software because the goal was to make the whole process of recording this podcast, audio and video, a little bit more simple. However, it actually tended to go in the opposite direction, and I'm sure, as you could tell, there were some audio issues and, some things to work out that I finally got towards the end of the season. However, it's still not perfect, and without fault, there are definitely some things to work out. I mean, after all, I am a solopreneur, and there's only so much I can do by myself, but I am trying, you guys. And with all that being said, I am grateful that you're here and you've stuck it out with me and we're able to continue this journey together. Just really quick, the past couple weeks have been incredibly busy for me. I've been working like the most banana work schedule, crazy marathon. And so what I usually like to do with my podcast episodes, I like to sort of batch them before I release them, and so that I can kind of be ahead of schedule. However, with this marathon of a work schedule, I haven't quite been able to catch up. And I'm actually going into another crazy banana schedule, and unfortunately, I will be falling behind. And so I had to think to myself, and I actually asked everybody on my Instagram, which is AlwaysActingUpPodcast on Instagram, should I go to work or should I take these few days and take a break? Most of you guys said take a break. However, there was a couple of you guys who said work. I did a little bit of both, and instead of driving myself absolutely crazy trying to knock out these episodes and outsource, even if I had a little bit of time, it's just not possible. So I decided to be gentle on myself, and I did a little bit of both. I got some work done and I took a little bit of a break. However, I will not be able to produce any episodes for a couple more weeks, seeing how my schedule is just bananas. So hang tight, stay with me, make sure to go check out the episodes if you haven't already from season 3 or even season 1 or season 2 in the meantime while I am able to catch up to give you guys season 4. I've also mentioned during a couple of these episodes that this past 6 months have been incredibly bananas, but successful. I've able to put together a website fully loaded with blogs, posts, everything. And speaking of blogs, I've actually launched a blog, and it is the Always Acting Up blog, which focuses on looking, feeling, and performing better in front of the camera and in life. Think of things like fitness, makeup, wardrobe, maybe solid acting techniques, recipes that give you insane amount of energy, all things that can help you be a better person, not only in front of the camera, but, in life in general. If anyone's listening who would like to be a guest writer, again, feel free to reach out and email me. I can either write an outline for you, or if you would like to be interviewed, I'll just write it out, get this done, and you can be featured on Always Acting Up blog. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to next season because it is going to be bomb. I have interviews planned with Michael Baran, who created and pitched his own TV show and got it on Animal Planet. Say what? We have actress Hedy Wong, who will be coming up in the next season as well. And she is co-creator and lead of the Takeout Girl feature film, and so many other fabulous guests. I just can't now. Wait. And since it is the season to be grateful, I would be absolutely grateful if you went over to Apple Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. But if you guys left a comment and give a rating on Apple Podcasts, that way you can let everybody else know if you like this podcast. Or maybe if there was an episode that was your favorite, feel free to let me know, or other things that you would like me to talk about. Until season 4, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I cannot wait for you to hear these next episodes. Thanks for being a part of it, and till next time.